In a rural area, safety is one of your big concerns. Now, a new rule could help. Good evening and thanks for joining us. You have probably seen no trespassing signs on large properties, but they may not have been in the best shape.
Those signs keep people out for your safety. It's especially important during hunting season. But what if you can't see those signs? News 10's Abby Kirk joins us now live in the newsroom to tell us about a new law that could solve that problem.
As hunting season approaches, a conservation officer tells me this will have a major impact on hunters, property owners, and on his job alone, keeping trespassers out. Nathan Lutz grew up on land and lots of it. Now, him and his family have a more visible way to mark their property boundaries. That is with purple paint.
You're expected to have ownership and control of your property.
He's currently marking fence posts and trees that surround his home in Rockville, Indiana.
It keeps you from having to put the expense of putting so many signs out there, and it keeps those signs from being ripped off either by the weather or by tree growth or by people who are wanting to trespass.
A new law went into effect on July 1st. Purple paint now replaces no trespassing signs to help people who live in rural areas clearly mark their large property. Lutz happens to be familiar with this for the fact that he is also a conservation officer.
Dealing with people who are hunting or fishing in a rural area where landowners have large amounts of acreage, this is going to be really beneficial to those landowners.
He says if you're marking a tree, it must be a vertical line, at least 8 inches long, and has to be clearly visible. The bottom of the stripe has to be 3 to 5 feet from the ground level. Same goes for a fence post, but you need to mark the top 2 inches of the post.
It's a color that nobody's really seen before in the woods, and it's going to catch people's eye, and they're going to notice it.
Now, Lutz recommends you still put no trespassing signs on entrances just to better ensure the property boundaries. Live in the newsroom, Abby Kirk, News 10. Back to you in the studio.